Hey there, stranger. I guess I can't be calling you that. Now that we know each other just a bit more. We had that phone call, we had that meeting in the rain. It feels like you've helped me through something serious. And you have. Writer's block could have stopped my book from ever being published. And while it's still a long ways off, I'm proud to say I've been making progress. It's about 40,000 words now, thanks to a certain someone. I don't mean to give you credit for life versus anxiety. It's just, by the way I think of it, by the way I understand it. If I didn't, I'd be just like the people who hurt me, unappreciative, focused on all the selfish things. What I want isn't selfish. I want to make the world less selfish. And maybe that comes across as extremely wishful thinking. It is. I'm not going to lie, it is. It's wishful thinking no matter how you look at it. But the beautiful thing about that is, even if it's wishful thinking, even if there's a million things that I can't do on my own, I've met you. And while still, I have a lot to learn from you. A lot. I've even accepted myself, who I am deep inside. Even if it means I don't necessarily have the friends I once did. I've got you. I guess you can take this as me saying I'm sorry and thank you. I'm sorry on behalf of not being there when you needed me most. I'm sorry on behalf of my own selfish desires getting in the way of that relationship we were building. I'm sorry that I got lost in myself, because I know you did too. You got trapped in that bubble of anxiety, and I was nowhere to be found, was I? I know you don't blame me, but I blame myself. I could have done better, and I should have done better. Blossom, I have feelings for you, and this might be the worst time in the world to say it, but I have to. My anxiety won't let me shut up about it. And I have to know how you feel too. I have to know what's going on in your heart. I have to know what it takes to make you smile, because it's what I want now even more than my life's goal of writing a book to change the world. I want to change your world. Strange how fast I clung to you, but it's like a poet to a new word that describes what they're thinking, what they're feeling perfectly. You're that word for me. You're that word that sets me free. And I've realized I can't be picky with things anymore. I realize that there's a lot in my life that I need to be thankful for, even if there's a lot of things I still need to change. I will change it in my own way, but I don't want to change it alone. That's why I met you today on this bench where we met, under the rainfall at that bus stop. Blossom, you bloomed in my heart. You bloomed and gave me something I never thought I could have. Hope, passion, my anxiety quelled, destroyed, subsided. I realized in that moment, I'm not bound by those things that people want me to be. I'm not bound by the chains of my past, or by the sadness that people bring upon me, or others. I'm bound by your hand right now. Our fingers locked like the inevitable and eternal embrace of angels. Like a kiss of flesh and flesh, blood and warmth, passion and soul. You are like a dream. And even if I don't know what to say, word-wise, I sure can fake it till I make it, like the best of them. Did it make your heart flutter? That's all I could wish. If it did even a little bit, then it's everything I could ever try, everything I could ever wish for, because the entire point of my passion is to make you feel. You're my reader, right into my heart. The one I want to be the first and most important one to read, writing on my heart. The only one, if fate and anxiety allows it. I've realized I've been the only one talking, for the most part. I hope I didn't come off as too selfish. It's just I needed these words out. I wanted, if nothing else, to make you feel something. Because my anxiety, it taunts me. It makes every attempt at trying to cut short by the fact that I feel like nothing I say really matters. By the fact that I feel that strangling of my past wrapped around my neck. And I don't want it to end. I don't want us to end. Sorry if I wasn't clear. I'd love for my anxiety to end. But I also know better than to wishful think about something like that. But Blossom, you've already worked 2 miracles into my life. And I'm proud to say you seem to be working on a 3rd. You're beautiful and wonderful, and likely filled with just as much anxiety as me. I can tell that much, just by looking at you. I guess it takes one to know one, right? Then maybe I should try something new. Something like looking you in the eyes and telling you, I'm scared. I really am. But I can't stop myself from putting my hand on yours. I can't stop myself from looking you in the eyes and telling you you're beautiful. I can't. It would be against my everything, against my passion, against my honor as a writer, and against my very principles as a man, to lie to someone so gorgeous, handsome, beautiful. I could think of decadent words to lavish you with eternally. My Blossom. I don't think you realize how much you've put into who I am, even with your subtle things. Words are loud and powerful things, but actions don't have to be loud to be incredibly special. And the actions you've shown me have given me a place where I can feel like my feelings, my doubts, my wondering about my feelings, my Blossom. You've given me more than I could ever ask for. And I really want you to know it. Because I wouldn't want to come across as someone who's asking too much or too little. I know what it's like to want someone and to fall flat. But with you, I don't want it to be either. I don't want this to just be a love. I want it to be a poem that never ends. The anxiety may never go away, and that's fine. I've long since accepted that. It's a part of me. It's what makes the words come out as they do. It's what makes me shake just a bit when I hold you, for fear of things that could be. Like Scrooge on that eve where he was visited by so many specters. I feel the specters looming in my heart, ready to tell me I've done something catastrophic at any moment. But isn't that the essence of what truly is anxiety? That is what I want to fight with you. Together, I mean. This may come across as vastly different than last time, but I learned something incredibly important between our visits. Between that time I locked myself in my room and I only talked on the phone. I missed you. Oh God, I missed you, Blossom. All I wanted was for those rain clouds to disappear. I wanted for them to be gone. Quite simply. But I realized I couldn't do it without you. And I was proud of that. More proud than I should have been. For once in my life, a connection had stuck, even when I distanced myself, even when I turned off my emotions, when I was overwhelmed by 1,000 different feelings, pins and needles all over my body as I tried to scream and nothing came out. That's when I realized it. Love isn't about how loud you can scream, or how much voices you face, or how much passion you put into something. Love is a little bit of everything. Love is a raindrop on a sunny day. Love is a cloud in the sky, in just the right spot, to give you a lick of shade on a day in the desert. Love is the quelling of anxiety and inspiration incarnate. My heart flutters with once instead of thoughts. I feel passion. I feel emotions. And I'm afraid of going back to not feeling. Of feeling empty. Of feeling nothing. Blossom, you're the one who gifted me this frightful feeling of what it's like to feel. You gave me a place, a passion, a feeling that I can't, no, that I don't want to stop feeling. And so, while this may be a clumsy, appreciative, over-the-top, absolutely bonkers display of something, Blossom, when I look into your eyes, I see your heart. I see the many pages that write themselves. It's strange how we met, how things escalated. And while I'm not proud of everything, I'm proud of being able to express this. Because 1,000 years wouldn't be enough to lavish you with every single thing you've inspired in my heart. The billions of pages I could write. The millions of feelings you've, no doubt, wanted to feel in your life. Blossom. Pardon if I was too bold. But this entire concept of love, I'm still trying to understand it. I'm still trying to get past my own barriers and understand who I am as a person. I don't want to be numb. I thought I did. I thought I wanted to live my life to help everyone else but myself. But the story that you've helped me write, that you've inspired in my own life, a story I never took myself for the protagonist for. You gave me that role. You were my deuterologist. The one I trust. The one I want to trust. Even in times when I doubt everything. I don't just want to be your love or your friend. I want to be the best culmination of both. The combination of everything you could possibly want in that moment. Because I love you. Because I love you. Beyond any shadow. Beyond any doubt. Beyond anything this world could do to stop us. I want to hold you. May I, Blossom? May I just hold you? I'm glad there's no one around. My anxiety would have made me shake. And this poetic moment probably would be more pitiable than romantic. I admit, my fears are still great. There's still much for me to work on, but I've never given up. Since meeting you, I've trialed and erred so many things. So many things with you, and when you're away, I miss you. I don't want to come across as clingy, but I also can't stop clinging to this addiction. An addiction to you. To the way you hold my hand. To your soft smile, Blossom. And I don't want to be a rain cloud. Not in that way. Unless one that can shower you with love is a possibility. You've become the person I want to dote on the most. You've become the person that I can't think without. My anxiety says you'll leave in a moment, but my heart stops and defends like a shield to dragon's fire, like a knight, brave, fearsome, and unrelentingly perilous in its journey. My heart refuses to let go because it knows what letting go means. And I know that neither you nor I would ever want that. And if it ever comes to pass that day's there, I hope that our relationship, for what it's been, can be something positive, something that made you feel loved, passionate, and extremely happy. I want a poem in life form for you, Blossom, because you bloom more beautiful than the moon on the sweetest night, decorated with stars, like a deity looking down, a royal of eternity, gazing upon the lonely earth. You gave me someone to break that chain of eternium, that chain that never seemed to waver. You gave me everything I ever thought I wanted, and more. It's strange we haven't even gone to our date. I wasted most of the time, but I won't waste any more. Come to my place for some tea. Won't you at least consider it? Calling me sly. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I guess you'll have to investigate and find out for yourself. Though my only question now is, will you be the Watson to my Sherlock Holmes? That was the look on your face for me. It was cheesy, but I did try, you know. Hey, no making fun of me. You're not allowed. Well, Blossom, if you make fun of me too much, Well, nothing. It's just I blush easy. And I didn't want you to have to see that. Oh, what? You don't need to tease this much. I'll say I'm sorry, just... Copy downing like that. I can't say I expected it. But I'm not disappointed either. You sly devil. Maybe you're more like the Moriarty than my Sherlock. Oh. So you figured out it was my birthday, huh? That's why you wanted to contact me. Maybe you're the Sherlock, after all. Impressive. How'd you find out? That one time, huh? When I showed you the embarrassing picture of my license photo. I didn't expect you to memorize it so quick. It was just a flash. How do you do it, my dear Watson? Would you look at you? That expression is enough to make my heart race. It's enough to make me want you even more than I do. I didn't even know it was possible, Blossom. But maybe I am that rain cloud, wanting to shower you with praise. Praise and understanding of how much there is to you. You're not the only one who investigates. Even if you're kind of impossible to understand. I'm joking. You're actually pretty easy to understand most of the time, but what you did back there, no, that was different. Very different, even. You gotta explain yourself. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're in love with me. Just as much as I'm in love with you. Is that what you're trying to say? Look at you, baby. Blossom. Won't you promise to never change? If you change, make sure it's what you truly want. Because I don't want us to change. I want to be in this moment forever. With you. I want to live it. Live the rest of our lives in the best way we can. The way that makes you happy. The way we can be happy together. And maybe, just maybe, live a life of mystery and fun that's storied enough that we can make an autobiography. Together, I mean. The tea's ready. I've realized, for all the things I want, for all the things I strive for, maybe I went too far. Too far in search of something. But I realized, with you, baby, it's different. I feel the anxiety, sure. And maybe I'll always feel it. But I won't let it ruin my chance at making you happy and being happy myself. Happiness isn't something that's always easy. But we can face it together. We can do things that defy logic and fate. We can deny everything that would go against us. And that's what I love about us. That there's so much passion in every single word we say to each other. in every single action. Even when it storms, we turn it into a spring shower. Even when you wilt, even when your heart feels like it'll be ripped out, we together do something that only we could know. Thank you for making my birthday special, even if it's not. You didn't have to give me a present. What's this? I didn't expect that. You're going on your knee. You don't mean to, you. Are you sure? We've only known each other for 2 years, but yes, I'll accept that promise ring, or that engagement ring. You're making me trip up my words, and making me completely lose my pace. Not that I'm complaining. It's just overwhelming. You know how to make my birthday special. And you made it the best one yet. I don't know how you do these things, but you always do. How is it you always know? What is it I do that gives me away? I've wondered that. But you always know just what to do, Blossom. And I want to be like that too. So, let me return your wonderful gesture with one of my own. A soft kiss is sometimes everything. I wanted to feel what it felt like to hold you this close, to make you mine in a more traditional sense. I wanted to know what it takes to steal your heart away from all who would want it. Selfish. Maybe I am selfish. Just for you. I've searched for you for all this time. And now that I got you, I'm not gonna let go. Not for anyone. Selfish. Maybe. Infatuated. Absolutely. Never, ever gonna stop. Bet your life on it. Let's figure out everything, baby. Figure out everything together. In this crazy world. We can see what makes sense. We can see what we want to do. And we can make of the rest like a good story. A story that never dares to end. Because it knows neither of us could handle even the greatest ending. Even the happiest one. Let's live forever. Let's be together for the rest of this burning star's life. Until the sun goes out and it's a rainy day every day. I want it to be with you. If ever we face the end, I want to hold your hand through it all. You make that heart of mine flutter with excitement of what comes next. You know me, Blossom. You know exactly why we've ended up like this, don't you? I concur. My dear Watson and Moriarty, are you surprised that I hold you so high in my heart? You really shouldn't be, especially considering how much things change, but how much we don't. I realized that there's a lot of things that I've always wanted to change about myself, but it was only my insecurity getting the best of me. I want you to know, there is nothing that would stop me from writing this story together. You and I, us together. Nothing in this world could mean more. I just want you. I want you to see a future with us where we could be complete strangers, or maybe a future where we're married. I think I'd like that one the most, if only because then, and only then, would I finally get a chance to make you mine again, all over again, to be there for you. I want you to feel special, but the way I see it, my hands while tied never stop reaching out. I find my future in the wonderful, beautiful Blossom that's in my arms. Won't you be mine? Won't you let me steal every tear that falls? Won't you let me make you my one and only? The heart that makes me feel, that beats the anxiety, that makes every single poem in my dreams come true. You've already done that. But you could do even more. If we work together. If we put our hearts together. And we hold each other closer than even the gods could separate. Then who's to stop us? You know, I've realized there's no sense in worrying about the future, because we don't know what it holds. But I want a future with you. One which I can be proud of. One in which I don't need to feel the dread of anxiety clutching to my throat. And yet I know it will be there, looming, waiting. And that's all right. I know what I got myself involved in. And you help me not fear it nearly as much. The present is what it is for a reason, and I will make it my own with you. Look at you. Now come here, my little Blossom. Can I hold you?